Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our review of Clash of Champions. The night is young, Tony. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE. The devilishly handsome outlaw himself, the Tom Brady of the world of wrestling podcasting himself, joined by my indomitable partner,
the one, the only, Tony G. Like, share, subscribe. I already flubbed putting my title over my shoulder, but you know what I didn't flub? Calling this match!
Oh, it was a travesty, but actually we'll give, don't call him Bobby, Robert Roode some credit here. You covered the Universal Champion. That's something he's going to be able to hang his hat on for some time now. Indeed. I'll give him that, and Tony, it'll be the only positive victory you have this evening, so enjoy it.
I like my chances moving forward. We did miss the pre-show, so we will have to go back and watch that after we get done recording. But we didn't have any discrepancies on our picks, so we were tied until this match. But if there's anything of note, we will come back and add that towards the end of the video.
I was disappointed this happened so early in the show, and I was also a little disappointed we didn't get to see the Fiend, but
yeah, like you said, the night is young. What'd you think of the match?
Actually, really good match, and it was a straight-up match. I mean, there was just some small chicanery on the part of Dolph Ziggler, and that's what he's always going to do, but really nothing out of bounds. Basically, a clean win for Ziggler and Roode, and how many guys is Dolph Ziggler going to win the tag titles with?
About as many as Robert Roode will by the time it's all said and done. But the one thing I will say about this match, it was the opener. It was short, but they got a lot of stuff in a small time frame. Take note, other notable promotions, that they don't have to be 40-minute tag matches.
Yeah, this was told everything it needed to tell, got everything in, the crowd was into it, and they got in, they got out, and they did exactly what they had to, and
new champs.
Yep, congratulations to you gentlemen. And
how do you rate it?
2.5.
I wanted to go a little higher, but it was a little short, and obviously the opener, you can't go above and beyond. I think 2.5 is fair.
Yes. So, much like when I gained this championship, congratulations to the new champions. And the winner of this match, and still SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
That match sucked.
Yeah, it was about 1.5 stars as far as I was concerned. Everybody just seemed like a half step off. I don't know how else to describe it.
I'm going to give it 1.25.
Ouch, man.
I didn't like it at all. I even thought the ending didn't play back well on replay. Like, kind of missed it at the first shot, then they replayed it, like, eh.
It wouldn't happen to have anything to do with the fact that it's not moving Charlotte along to her title.
Yeah. I can't believe they,
I know they had a chance to put a title on Charlotte.
And they didn't take it. I'm pretty shocked.
I know.
There's not a lot to talk about.
It was like putting a title on Triple H around 2003, 2004.
Well, I liked the big boot.
Clearly, obviously.
I liked the big boot to open the match, and that was about it. Yeah.
I was thinking when Bayley was coming out, she's acting the same way, like, babyface Bayley.
Yeah.
But she's supposed to be this new heel Bayley, and the audience doesn't know how to react to her. And so it's like Chris Jericho. You have to change something about your look when you change from face to heel.
Anything.
And, Bayley here, bright, colorful, everything's still the same as when she was the babyface. Yeah. So she's got to change something. Either, like, add some black or some autumn colors, or, I don't know, come out in anything. Jean jacket, come out like you're now a biker chick. I don't know.
Well, whereas Charlotte here, who's perennially a heel, she doesn't have to change much when she plays face because it's short-lived. Like when The Rock would swap between face and heel, it didn't really matter in his case. With Bayley, yeah, it needs to change.
When he was a face, he would have on like $2,000 shirts. When he was a heel, that's when the $8,000 shirt. Come on. But so, all that being said,
winners and new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Other way, the Revival. Yes, the first team to win the NXT Tag Titles twice, the Raw Tag Titles twice, and now the SmackDown Tag Team titles. What a win.
Collusion!
What a win. What a match, and what a great promo after the match. Phil, come on.
That was a pretty good promo.
Yeah, the match was out.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
The camera can't resist this gorgeous mug for too long, so...
The match was outstanding.
Yeah,
the
it was a
heel
good
work.
match.
The
Yes!
tag work. The heel work. Oh.
Yes, KOE Nation, it might be statistically not very possible for me to win.
Impossible.
I prefer the sunny side up of life, Tony.
Okay.
But I will say, though, much like Tom Brady in the past, where he had to go many seasons without a championship win, fear not, KOE Nation, your Patriots time is upon us. So, that being said, really good match.
Great match.
The
tag match moves, the heel moves, it was all just so fluid and amazing.
Revival got a clean submission, and when I heard Corey go, if the Revival win, they will be the first ever team to hold the NXT Raw SmackDown. Like, oh, crap. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you, indeed.
Thanks, Corey.
The commitment to the injury of Xavier and the finish were just
good.
Fantastic.
Taking
Taking Big E out on the outside, everything was just great.
Yeah, I really can't complain about this match. I'm giving it 3 stars.
I'm going to be a bit more generous, go 3.25. I thought they got so much in
I could
not
see
a
that.
super long
it's
match.
It's not quite a 3.5, but it is certainly every bit of 3, and you could be a bit more generous.
Yeah.
You don't suppose that bit of generosity might be a bit of personal bias towards your championship goals, do you?
Nah, can't possibly be it.
No, it's totally objective. So
great match, great win.
The post-match promo, gentlemen, that was
beautiful.
Good. So
they needed that. They needed that because every other title reign they've had on the main roster has felt pretty insignificant. But winning the titles in this fashion, clean, with a consistent injury, a clean win, that was beautiful. And then to taunt the crowd afterwards, that did more for them than any other title reign they've done so far.
It's almost like putting in your release can sometimes be a good idea. Now, granted, we're talking about other tag teams that years gone by, they could have benefited from saying, I want my release, but there's no competition to run away to. So when you got 2 of the best tag team wrestling talents on your roster, clearly, just in terms of raw mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the New Day is more entertaining, they're better mic work, they're better crowd workers, objectively. They've got better merch sales, they're just better characters.
Okay.
Dash and Wilder here. When you look at their mechanics in the ring, they're objectively, I haven't seen a tag team that's objectively better. Sure, there's tag teams that do more flippy stuff and try to do more Cirque du Soleil acrobatics. In terms of giving the idea that there's a team attempting to engage in team combat, nobody does it better than the Revival.
Nope, not right now.
And as it stands in this moment, Tony, the WWE Tag Team Division has officially been revived. And the winner of this match, and still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Sonya Deville, Mandy Rhodes put on a good match. I am going to say, Mandy's gimmick here is that she's the pretty one. She's the hot one in the match. That's her gimmick.
Didn't notice.
I have to say it. Alexa was a lot easier on the eyes tonight.
Big fan of the Harley Quinn look.
Yes.
Glad she went back to it.
The wardrobe was...
Oh, yeah.
It caught the eye. Let's put
That's
it that
a nice
way
way to put it, yeah.
Yes. You always get gentlemanly reviews around here. But, yes,
Indeed.
I will say, the match was actually really good, too.
The match was terrific.
I mean, it was, way better than Bayley Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, the bar was set so high before. But, yeah, no, the match went very well. I feel like
crisp tag team work.
Yeah, Mandy and Sonya kind of got a little wore out at the end.
They still had a pretty couple of crisp tag team wrestling maneuvers.
Yep.
Everything was right where they needed to be. Nikki eliminated Sonya over here just in the nick of time so that they could get the pin on Mandy, and everyone was right where they needed to be. Everything was really crisp. Yep. I can't really say a lot bad about this match. I'm going to give it 2.5.
I'm going to give it 2.75, and I would have given it 3 had Alexa won the 24/7 title.
Yeah, there was that with R-Truth. I even called it like, I don't care. I want to see Alexa Bliss win the 24/7.
And then she went for the roll-up.
And was
this close. The night's young. Alexa 2 belts could still be a thing.
I had no idea how much I wanted to see that until this very second.
Yep.
Alexa 2 belts. Start printing up the shirts. And the winner of this match, and still Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now United States and Intercontinental Champion reigns under his belt.
I'm a little shocked. Really thought they were going for the record here with Miz. Really did. But
I thought that with Miz and Charlotte.
Yeah, we did. And they didn't pull the trigger on either, which is surprising. But I just came to the realization before we came to record this. Do you know why they didn't pull the trigger?
Why?
Where are they, Phil? They're in Charlotte. And you know how much they hate to give the hometown the win in the hometown. And Miz, when he put on the figure 4, popped huge, did that crowd. And he came out with Charlotte is awesome. Should have known right there he wasn't getting the win. Damn you, Vince, you just smug bastard.
One way or another, Tony, we're all going in that pool.
We're all going in the pool.
Yep.
But I gotta say, this is hands down the best thing Shinsuke's done as Intercontinental Champion. So finally now the reign is justified and he's established over a multiple time, almost the record holder champion in The Miz. This was a good defense on his part.
Yes. The Shinsuke experiment on the main roster, for the most part, other than the fact that he had Match of the Year last year, was starting to look like a failure in 2019. And now he's finally, in September, starting to hit usable stride. So
I hope they go somewhere from here with it.
Because the guy can work amazing matches.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to work crowds. Really, they just messed up not putting the belt on him last year. That was...
Failing to pull the trigger on someone when you have a chance to put the belt on them does irreparable damage, and we're seeing that with guys like Nakamura, Braun Strowman. It's undeniable.
Dolph Ziggler. Yeah.
Hey, he got a belt tonight. Anyway, the match.
The ode to the good little worker.
The match between Nakamura and Miz.
Great match.
Yeah.
Miz sold the arm, did a great DDT. Who does better DDTs than Miz?
He's got one of the better.
Jake the Snake even has to go, hey, that's a really good DDT.
I liked the match. I thought it was good. Sami Zayn had some really good stuff outside the ring.
Oh, Sami Zayn
really good stuff
outside the ring.
How do you rate it?
3 stars.
Yep, that's pretty much what I was thinking too.
Well, Tony, it's about time to start coming around. So, your collusion partners aside, clearly.
Uh-huh.
All that being said, folks, great match. Shinsuke, well on his way. I'm kind of shocked they didn't put it on The Miz.
Yep.
I mean, the guy is kind of the third hour SmackDown, but that's going away here before too long. That'll be kind of interesting. Will Miz and Mrs. still continue to be on that same time slot on USA Network? And
we shall see.
Yes. So, tune in for all of the weird, wild, wacky machinations of all that when things switch over. And stick with us for the rest of this show, folks. We're going to see who walks away Universal Champion. And this is what the 4 horsewomen can do when you take the cuffs off.
Indeed.
The winner of this match, though, Sasha Banks, You know, there may be some technicalities and stuff, so Becky got to keep the belt and stuff, but
Phil,
your King of Extreme and head of the KOE Nation called that right. So, you're welcome, KOE Nation. I do it all for you. And if you look at this shot, look at my perfect purple hair.
Yeah, Phil gets his moral victory participation ribbon.
So, you got the challenger just clipping at your heels, champ.
Yeah, something like that.
Hell in a Cell. It'll be hell for you.
Well.
So, all that being said, despite the chicanery and my new purple locks, apparently, in this podcast, great match.
Yeah.
They did the classic first time Triple H Undertaker met at WrestleMania.
The
referee,
hour-long ref.
Yeah, the referee was out for about 10 minutes.
But at least the ref didn't pop up and call the match down the middle after that. So I'll give him that.
Now, gosh, they really need to examine concussions amongst the referees.
Yes,
because the referee was given a strike about that hard to the shoulder, and he was unconscious for minutes. So
I'm probably out for the rest of the podcast.
Well, I mean, we could just get...
I'm back. That was the appropriate amount of time. But anyway, no, the match
no
was...
amount of time is ever appropriate.
The match was pretty good. It started a little slow, but they hit that grudge factor.
Yes.
And then they started introducing the weapons, and
going out to the crowd was
they got to the crowd, and then the
Sasha
back arena. Yeah.
Covered in mustard.
That had to be a rib. That had to be a rib.
Oh, yeah, Sasha could have been happy, like, oh, thanks for covering me in mustard.
Thanks, Becky.
Yeah, that was nice of you.
But, no, Becky keeps the title here, and, like, you picked Sasha to win the title here, but I felt like, yeah, you can't do it quite yet. I feel like another match has to take place. Then she can take the belt. That could be a Hell in a Cell.
That would be a good Hell in a Cell match, even.
Exactly.
Wasn't Sasha Charlotte the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match?
Yes, indeed.
So, Sasha's got some experience in this match, so it would actually make a lot of sense.
It would make perfect sense. I think it would be stupid not to do it. But how would you rate this encounter?
3 stars.
I'm going to go, even though there wasn't an end, per se, it was a DQ finish, 3.25.
I can't complain with that, but, to me it just seemed like a good, solid 3-star match. There's a couple more gears they can hit. Like I said, I got that grudge gear.
Absolutely.
But this feels like it's going somewhere else.
Yes,
this isn't the end of it.
No, so. This did not need to be a one and done. That's why I couldn't pick Sasha here.
Well,
but she did get the win.
Yeah, she did.
Enjoy the moral victory.
That I shall. The KOE Nation is popping a little bit of bubbly as we speak. Yeah, I get that.
Street Profits suck.
They had a pretty good promo, Tony. I'm sorry. They soured you the match. Tony didn't like the Street Profits promo. I actually enjoyed it. So, anyways, that match between Randy Orton and Kofi.
It did what it needed to do,
It
Phil.
sure did. It sure did. It was 2 guys in the ring, some give, some take, some good, some bad.
Back, some forth.
Randy Orton match.
It was a Randy Orton match.
A match that featured Randy Orton.
And he was in it.
That he was. And he even cared about 35%.
Generous.
Beyond that, it was a serviceable Randy match.
Honestly, it got a lot better towards the end, I will admit.
You mean with that King Booker promo?
So the match, as expected, Kofi retains. Came out to very, very little response. Got him back towards the end.
That was the beginning of when it's a new day, is it? Boom.
Yeah.
There's the sound, and then people looking down at their phones, and then Kofi somehow pulls him back. I will give him that.
Again.
Randy, he's a very serviceable worker to be in a match like that. He's a great, get a decent match out of most folks. if you're wanting a 2.5 to 3-star match, you can get it with Randy.
You know what? It was a pretty good match, and my problem here is that match got a lot longer than it needed, and some other matches didn't. And for some reason, AJ Styles is on the pre-show.
Oh, so I just had a little.
No, I'll say it.
Flux.
That's just a travesty. But I digress. We're talking about this. You know, pretty good match. I'm actually going to be a lot kinder to it than I originally thought. I'm going to give it 3 1/4.
Wow. I was going to give it 3 even and just call it good. It was a great
I don't know.
match.
No, the end kind of pulled me out of that 3. I thought they did finally hit another gear, as slow as it was, but they did hit another gear.
You know, that's fair. I'll give that to you. So, you know, Randy, you pulled out another 3-star. Kofi's reign continues. We were saying
he's 5 months into this, and
when his reign ends, he really can't say that he wasn't given every opportunity possible. They gave him win after win after win, main event after main event after main event.
Still standing by, he loses the title the first night on Fox.
I could see that.
Yep.
He drops it to Lesnar,
Yep.
and then that's the transition for SmackDown to be the more sports-based show.
Yep.
You got the Revival as your SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Keep that going.
You got a potential for Brock being the World Heavyweight Champion again.
Exactly. Go with it.
You got Nakamura or Miz or any kind of number of people for Intercontinental Champion to be your good little worker championship. Oh, God, there's nothing worse than getting that label. But all that being said, Kofi Randy, it was a decent match. It's about what I expected. And, yeah, it was entertaining. And Randy, like always, you'd be kind of lulled into a match and then, bam, RKO out of nowhere. That's always his way to wake up the crowd. So, folks.
Couple matches left.
And the winner of this match, Eric Rowan. Who saw that coming with the shock return of Luke Harper?
Yeah, did not see that coming at all.
Is this Clash of Champions or Clash of the Release Requests?
So far, release requests are doing very, very, very well.
No, they're not. The release requests right now are 0 for 2. Vince McMahon is 2-0. Banks, Harper, both back.
Both in high-profile matches. Revival won the tag titles. Yeah, they're doing just fine, regardless of win-loss.
Very true. I will give you that. But, you know, like I said, Sasha Banks... I said there's 3 things sure in this life. Death, taxes, and Sasha Banks will be back on WWE TV.
Yep.
Yeah,
Big shocker.
When you sign the dotted line with Vinnie Mac, he owns you for that amount of time. That is the way that works.
And Luke Harper is back. So
yeah, what do you know?
This match was pretty surprising. I think my biggest takeaway is I'm a little surprised they
did bring him back as soon as they did.
No, the fact that they went... Obviously, this was a no DQ match, and we had all the stuff outside of the ring, because that was most of the match. But we also had such a big impact outside of the ring in the Sasha Banks-Becky match, but it still worked here, and it had to because that was the stipulation. But they still found a way to make this exciting and not overplayed outside of the ring. I really enjoyed this because they kind of mimicked a few of the things that they'd done on SmackDown, but they still kept it fresh enough that it was a bit of an edge on your seat. Exciting to watch.
Yeah, this was a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be. Rowan finally starting to get it come into his own, getting a little mic time. He's not just having to be the stereotypical, like, I am big, I am menacing, and I am so angry about it. Like, we've had that character before in wrestling.
Yep.
That's about the 50s.
So I'm a little interested to see if they don't revert back to that with obviously being paired back up with Luke Harper. That being said,
and that's my line.
We do have another match to go on this featuring Braun Strowman, and we have yet to see any appearance of a
fiendish
certain
individual
fiend Are we on the cusp of a big reunion? I don't know. I'm kind of excited.
No, don't do that to me! No! A Wyatt reunion that actually isn't gonna suck? Oh my god, I never thought I would see the day! I thought it would have to be at their Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But here we are on the cusp of a possible reunion that isn't gonna suck horribly.
So what do you rate this one?
I'm gonna let you take it first, Chip.
Oh man, I'm gonna say 3 1/4.
3 1/4, it's just not quite a 3.5 star match. I gotta go 3.
Fair enough.
It's fine match, and you know, Roman, his style, it looks impactful, but
It works in a setting like
name
this.
5 people that Roman Reigns has injured in a significant career-altering manner.
No.
Exactly. That's why his style works. That's where he is. It's why Eddie Guerrero was given the title when he was given the belt, because he had a very flashy yet low-impact style, and they wanted to emphasize that in a big way.
I gotta say, I'm a big fan of how they've portrayed Roman Reigns since his comeback.
Yes.
And they haven't flubbed it to the point where the crowd has again turned on him. They are still cheering him now when he comes out. They're putting him against the correct opponents, putting him in segments where he's allowed to flourish and get that big pop when his music hits, when he appears. Because before he left, it was instantaneous disdain. And now, when his music hits, when he appears, everybody's like, all right, now he's going to get to kicking ass, and we want to see him kick
Yeah, it's
ass.
an honest pop now.
It is now an honest pop.
Vince McMahon, you beautiful bastard, you found a way! We didn't think it would ever happen, but hats off, sir. So, all that being said,
Main event time.
there was a match. We'll get to that in a second, but then, the Fiend came.
He did.
The Fiend saw. The Fiend conquered.
Oh,
The Fiend for the Universal Championship looks like a pretty well lock for Hell in a Cell at this
it's
point.
going to be beautiful. And I was so annoyed because they flashed the copyright signal in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm like, really? Really? And just as it was about to pan out,
Bam,
fade
lights
to
go
nothing,
out.
you thought the lights going out was the broadcast cutting, but no, the music hits, and there's the horrifying sight that is the Fiend, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Oh,
It was.
It
It
was
was amazing.
it was great.
Now,
just-
back to
the match.
The match. There was a match. It was actually a pretty good match. And I'm shocked. Braun Strowman kicked out of Seth Rollins' finisher, which is him hitting his finisher 3 times.
Then a pedigree. Then
And then-
another.
So, technically 5 finishers.
Yeah, took 5.
So, like, Tony and I were joking at one point, like, when he wouldn't go down, says, like, I will curb stomp you all night if I got to, you mother...
And he did. And he did.
Kept curb stomp, and he eventually got the W over Braun.
Gotta talk about that. Gotta talk about the bronze splash, which was magnificent. He almost killed himself, but it was magnificent.
Imagine seeing this big human stack of 400 pounds of muscle, 6'7", flying through the air at you. It's got to be a little like
falling through the air.
And yeah, he almost fell off the turnbuckle. It was not good.
But no, they had a good chemistry. They had a good match. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, it was a great match. Honestly, I'm going to be a little more charitable than I've been tonight. 3.5 stars.
Man, I didn't want to go that high, and I've been trying to talk myself out of it.
It's Rollins.
But it was a 3.5 star match.
It's Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
He'll get a 3-star match out of your sunglasses. He'll get a 3-star match out of your title belt there. He'll get a 3.5 star match out of our green screen. Well, okay, 3. Let's be honest.
3.
But with Braun, he got 3.5 tonight.
I thought it was really good. The only thing I don't like about it is it made Braun Strowman lose twice tonight, which that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Braun needs some rehabilitation now, unfortunately.
Again.
Wyatt family reunion.
Oh man, I'm riding the high off of and the camera cuts. Could the camera cuts be any more perfect?
Kevin Dunn, I've said this before, and I will say it again. You, sir, are worth every freaking penny you are paid.
It was just, it's wrestling. You know it's scripted, but it's just terrifying to look at.
Well, I mean,
It's
let's
brilliant.
be honest. Like, every entertainment medium requires some level of suspension of disbelief. Like,
yeah.
Did you know, Tony, that when you're watching a Friday the 13th movie or a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, were you aware that that is an actor portraying being an actual, like, horrific monster? Were you aware of that? That that's not a documentary?
You shut up.
Yes. So yeah, every entertainment medium requires some form of suspension of disbelief, but Bray Wyatt's Fiend finds a way to push through that line better than I've seen characters do in decades.
And this isn't even Kane taking Michael Myers' formula and repackaging it. This is something just
Yes,
fresh.
because Undertaker even said he borrowed his sit-up from Michael Myers. There's a scene in one of the Halloween movies where Michael Myers straight up does the regular sit-up. And he borrowed from that. The only thing that you can find that's slightly derivative from the Fiend character is the mask is designed derivative from a Joker's face from the Death of the Family comic books from the Batman series, where he had his face like stretched on like that. But even then, like, it's got fangs and there's different elements to it that aren't so.
It's the intricate details that Bray Wyatt adds to the character that makes it so special.
Mm-hmm. And you know the hurt and heel gloves
Beautiful.
and which one's he listening to, and it has so many subtleties that I didn't really think would work.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Here it is, working in spades. And at this point, if they don't put the Universal Championship on, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
Seth. You
had a great run, man.
It's
you
over.
had a great run.
It's over. It's over.
Your days as champion should be numbered. Now, it's obvious that Bray ain't the backstage politicker that maybe some of the Shield might be.
Right.
But I think in the end, they're going to see what I've been making for you, boss? They see more of that, and the belt's going to go where it needs to go. And
yes.
Bray is Universal Champion. You could go anywhere with it. Undertaker's back. You could put... That would be the only person that people would legitimately buy beating The Fiend right now is The Undertaker. And even then, this is going to... Almost sacrilege coming from me, but... Taker should do the job.
Yeah, pretty much.
All that being said, I think on that note, folks, this has been Clash of Champions. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, the season-building year Tom Brady of the wrestling podcast world himself. That one ain't going away, T. I'm sorry, brilliance just must be acknowledged. Your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, signing off, handing off to my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only, the four-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion himself.
Like, share, subscribe. I'm Tony G. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.